Hey, I'm Carmen Currie, and welcome to my channel. So this is my first speaking video. I usually like to do my makeup and have all the names in the description box or popped up, but today I'm going to be talking to you. And I'm going to be talking about how I achieve this very natural, very light, everyday look. So first is moisturizer. It's the CeraVe that I've been using. I really like it a lot. But of course you can use any moisturizer that you like. This is what I'm going to use, and just put a little bit in my hair. Get in there pretty good. So when I do my own makeup, I definitely use my hands a lot. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is primer. Kryolan HD Micro Primer. I use this when I'm at work, when I do the anchors, correspondence, and guests. So I have a little bit in my hand too, and I'm just going to swirl it around in my fingertips and also use my hands to spread it on my face. Again, this is how I do my personal makeup. I don't typically use my fingers when I'm at work. I use brushes, but on myself it's fine. So I have that on. And next I'm going to take one of my handy dandy brushes, which is a Morphe Pro Powder brush. It's 59. And again, I'm going to go through everything and leave it in my box. Again, this is how I do my makeup. So if I'm at the studios, I don't necessarily do it like this, but if I'm just putting my makeup on for the day, this is what I'm going to do. So next is the medium dark and the medium plus mineralized skin finish from MAC Cosmetics. They look like this. And I'm just going to stack those two like this. And what I do is just get a little both of them. Kind of knock off the rest and just spread it around on my face. All around. And when you use a brush like this, it's fluffier, so you're not going to pick up a ton of product at once. It's going to be light. And one thing I like about that is, like, you can build up. If you want it a little bit heavier, then you can build up. Also, if you want a heavier application, you want to use a more dense brush to give you like heavier, more full coverage. But I don't want that. I want light. I want really natural. And I also don't forget to bring those colors down my neck. So my neck is definitely a little bit lighter than my face, but I don't want to make my face as light as my neck. So I make my neck match my face. Again, I'm just blending both colors and spreading it all over my face, including my eyelids, like everywhere, as you can see. And when I feel like I'm to the coverage that I want, then stop. But I want to build up a little bit more. Again, keeping it very natural, very light. Mineralized Skin Finishes is one of my all-time favorites from MAC Cosmetics. It's the minerals in it. One, to help your skin. Especially if you're a person that wears makeup every single day, I definitely think a mineralized skin finish is something that you can wear that, you know, it's not going to be damaging to your skin. It's one of those type of foundations. Okay, so now I'm at the coverage that I like, which is still very sheer, but you can tell that, you know, I do have something on. So next I do Joe Blasco, and this is a blue neutralizer. And as you can see, I do have dark circles under my eye. And I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to get just a little bit, it's not very much, and I'm just going to dab that under my eye. So I don't want to go heavy. Again, this is just a light everyday makeup. This is what I do for myself, you know, on a daily basis. I don't like to go heavy on myself. Again, I'm just going to get this other eye, a little dab with my finger. You know, I'm just going to grab a little bit more. I don't want to go too heavy. I don't want to go too heavy because, you know, it can cause creasing, and I just want it to be nice and light and natural. Okay, so I think I have the coverage that I want as far as the blue neutralizer is going, and that's just kind of getting rid of my dark circles. Okay, so next I'm going to do the same with the MAC NC20. This is the Studio Finish Concealer. It's a long wear, it's a full coverage. So I'm going to just take my finger, just a little bit. Just gonna dab and brighten my under eye with that. Yeah. Don't need a lot. Don't need a lot there. And again, on the other side, just a little bit, dab. You gotta make an ugly face so you can get underneath that eye really well. There we go. Okay, so it's nice and covered. Both sides are pretty even. Sometimes I just take my finger and go over spots on my face that, you know, maybe a little red or look like it needs a little bit more TLC. Just a little bit. And there's really no wrong way to eat a Reese's, and I hadn't put any more product in my brush. I'm just using the same brush and going back over it. But like I was going to say, there's no wrong way to eat a Reese's, okay? So, you know, if you feel like you want to put your concealer on first and then your powder, that's totally fine. I just choose to put my powder on and then my creams, because the cream adheres to the powder and it sticks and it stays. Especially when you're doing something as light and as natural as I'm doing. I forgot to get my my eyebrow pencil out. So I usually use the lingering. If you ever watched any of my other videos, you can tell that lingering is my color as far as what I do with my eyebrows. So I haven't done anything as far as shaping my eyebrows since the pandemic, and I decided to just leave it. So I think this is about as thick as they're gonna get, but that's fine, it's no biggie. But as you can tell, my eyebrows are really dark and my hair is brown, but my eyebrows are mostly black and dark brown. But lingering is not as dark, but that's what I want. I don't want the same color as my brow. I just want it, you know, just a little bit of a shade. Just a shade, because I'm not necessarily shaping my brow with the lingering. I'm just filling in some gaps with the lingering. I'm not, you know, making a definite shape And again, I don't want to make my brows even darker. Like if I went with if you're familiar with MAC brands, like a spiked or a stud, that'd be a little too dark for me. Okay, so that's about good. That's good enough with this eyebrow. Just filling in a little bit, just sneaking that eyebrow in just a little bit by taking smaller strokes and making hair-like strokes. That's another reason why I choose the retractable pencils, because I like to draw my own little small hairs. But I'm not even gonna just be taking like all day with it, honestly. I'm just wanting to make it look natural, and I don't want to take all day with it. So the same with this eyebrow. I do sneak this one in a little bit further because this brow is a little shorter and then the other, which is fine. It's just an illusion. Gonna sneak those hairs in, those fake faux hairs that I'm making with my retractable pencil, and just filling in some gaps, just making a little bit more fuller, not necessarily shaping the brow, but it's helping form a little bit more shape. But I don't want to go like too contrived with my brow shape. I just want it to be a little bit more natural. Okay, so that's that with the brows. Okay, so next I'm just going to take some Revlon So Fierce Big Lash, and it is the blackest black. So a lot of times when I look for a mascara, I look for the blackest black color because I personally like the blackest mascara possible, because my lashes are light and you're not going to be able to really see them until I have like this harsh black mascara on. So that's one coat. Okay, and I do several. And on this lash, I do the same thing, coat my lashes. And this really sums up my everyday look. I don't really do too much more than this. I'm gonna get in there with those lashes. So, especially because we're still in a pandemic type of world, I don't really wear a lot of lips. So what I would normally do is a bit of a moisturizer on my lips. So not necessarily a lip color for every day. But again, that's me. There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's. If you want to go a little bit bolder with your lip or do a lip color, go for it. I did a post on my Instagram showing like some of my, or one of my favorite lips, which is a MAC lip. I don't know if I have it on me, but it's a long wear lip stain. So this is what one of the colors that I use, but it's a long wear lip stain, and it dries matte and it lasts a really long time on the lips, especially when I'm doing my anchors and correspondence to ladies. Like, you know, they're gonna put their mask back on and I don't want anything to mess up those lips. So anyway, this is my everyday. Alrighty, thank you for watching my everyday makeup, no makeup look. Is how I like to do my personal makeup every day. It's just very light and very natural, but I hope you subscribe and stay tuned to my next video where I take this look and I bump it up a notch or two when I take it to a nighttime date look. And don't forget to subscribe and leave comments down below and tell me what looks that you would like to see, what techniques you would like to see, and going forward, anything that you want to talk about, including what I do on a day-to-day basis working for news networks, or just want to say hello. So definitely leave those comments. I will love to grow with you, especially because this is my first time talking, and I hope it's not too rough for you, but thank you for staying tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.